thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. Today I'm going to show the Derwent Coloursoft colored pencils and the swatch sheet that's available to swatch them out. So if you want to see and hear what I have to say about these pencils and check out the swatch sheet, then stay tuned. So a quick shout out to the people who have made a Buy Me a Coffee donation. Thank you. I raise my cup to you. I raise my cup to you, see? To Bonnie and Kay and Alice. And I also want to thank my dad. My mom showed my dad my YouTube videos, and he was watching some of my paper doll videos, and he wanted to make a donation, which was just so darn cute. So thanks, Dad. Your names are all going on my gratitude page in my journal. I thought I'd start by giving a little tip on how I get a gradient when I color and swatch my colored pencils. Some of you probably already know how to do this, but if not, then maybe it'll help you a little bit with how to get a good color swatch. I also get asked a lot what pencil sharpener I like to use for colored pencils, and I've tried electric ones, hand ones, I've tried the more expensive ones, the inexpensive ones, the ones that are specifically made for that brand, like Derwent has their own sharpener for Derwent pencils and things like that. But my tried and true thing is always to use an X-Acto knife. I use a very sharp blade and a light hand, and I sharpen with an X-Acto. And I kind of turn the pencil as I sharpen so that I get a nice point. Let's see if you can see. I get a nice point, and I don't waste a lot of the pencil. They're expensive, and for me, when you put them in a sharpener, it sharpens it down and you lose a lot of your pencil. If you use an X-Acto, you use very little to get that point back again. So to get started, let me show you what I do for making a swatch. Okay, so the first thing I do is to put the pencil kind of on its side a little bit, not right on its point. It's kind of on the side of the tip, and I do a light-handed complete color to fill in the box. So that's going to be my first layer, and that's going to give me the first and lightest part of the color. Then what I do is I go all the way over to the right hand side, and I do my darkest and heaviest coloring over here. So I color that part in using a little pressure and not hard enough to break the tip like I just broke the tip. You can see that. And then I start to gradually work into the middle, putting a layer into the middle, blending it so there's no line. So I work my way back left again, and that's how I do my swatches. I know everybody has a different way of doing it, but this is what works best for me. So then you're going to get the lightest, the medium, and the darkest. And you can always come back in and add a little bit darker. I also like to do a review when I do these swatch sheets. I like to do a review of the product. And as you know, I love colored pencils. I have lots and lots of different brands. I've collected them over the years. See, so there's the swatch from light to dark. And what I can say about Derwent Coloursoft pencils, I like them. I use them. I wouldn't say that they're the first ones that I grab in all my different pencils that I have. And I'm not being paid by anybody to give you this review. So these are my own personal supplies, and it's just my own personal opinion. And opinions vary. I mean, something that I love may not end up being your favorite thing, and something that someone else loves may not be my favorite thing. So all I can do is just to give you my experience with the product and let you know what I think. So Derwents are an oil-based, Derwent Coloursoft is an oil-based colored pencil. They're made in the UK in Britain, and they boast that they can put out a bold, vibrant color. Now, in my opinion, To me, I don't think they're that bold or vibrant, so that's just my opinion. I like them. They're very soft, as the word Coloursoft states. So they're soft and they're creamy enough, and as you can see, they do have a little bit of reflection, a little bit, if you can see from the layers. When I burnished on that darkest side, you can see that little bit of layering reflection. So they are very blendable. They're a very blendable colored pencil because they are a soft oil based pencil. I do use them with other pencils. I use them a lot with my luminance just to get some additional colors. I like to blend colored pencils, just different colors together instead of having a huge set. But they do go along really well with luminance. And as you can see, like this one is the sea green. This one is laying down a lot easier than the pale blue. Don't know why. And I've had them for a long time and I haven't swatched them, so as you can see, this is my first time swatching them out, and I should have done that because I do use my swatch sheets a lot, and this does give you information about the product because you can see what it looks like and how it lays down on the paper, how it burnishes in. So that's why I swatch. So each pencil has the number on it, the name on it, and the color at the end. They're very smooth cased wood. I think they're made with California cedar, and they're not too terribly expensive. So if you're looking for a nice set of colored pencils, they're nice because it does have a nice color range in the set. You do get a lot of really pretty colors. I'm just going to swatch this one out and then I will show you what they look like in their little trays. But as far as, here is what the sets look like. So you do get a lot of very pretty colors in the set, but they are not my go-to. They're not my go-to favorites. I do like them, like I said, but they wouldn't be my very, very, very favorites. They're nice, and I do use them, so I keep them, but I really like the 36 set of Uniposca colored pencils even more. I like the colors, they're a little brighter, and I like the way they lay down a little bit better than these Derwent. I do enjoy my polychromos. I like Caran d'Ache Luminance. I have Lyra Rembrandt, which Lyra Rembrandt is one of my all-time favorites. So I would choose the Posca or the Rembrandts over the Derwent Coloursoft. So I hope that helps. I'm not knocking them. They are really pretty, and if you enjoy colored pencils and you like trying out different ones, I suggest, as I always do, go on a place like maybe dickblick.com where you can buy them open stock instead of getting a big set, and get just a couple. Pick out what you like best, if it's blues or if it's ones to do portraits, so you like to do flesh tones and browns and things like this. You know, pick out some of these colors possibly, and buy just a few. See how you like them before you invest in getting a great big set. The only reason I have a big set is it was a Christmas gift, so that's why I have the big set. But always, 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 if you can find them open stock of any art supply, I always suggest buying one or two, trying them out first, and then if you decide, yep, this is something I absolutely love, I've got to have the whole set, then either purchase the whole set or, you know, build up a little bit of at a time to get the whole set. So this is my swatch sheet, and it has the number, the name, a place to swatch, has the name, it's Derwent Coloursoft, and they're oil-based. So I'll have a link in the description box below if you're interested in purchasing this swatch sheet for your book. I put them in a sheet protector in a 3-ring binder, and I swatch all my art supplies. So as I do that and I create these for myself, I'm offering them because I've already done the work for you. If you're interested, for a couple of dollars, you can get the swatch sheet. They are blank, so you use your own colored pencils to color it in. They do not come in color. Reason for that is, if you were to purchase one in color and you print it, your printer ink and paper is not going to be a true color of what that pencil is. You want to print on good quality paper, and you want to swatch your own supply so that you can see how the supply works on paper that you're going to use it for. So to mention some of the pros and cons about these pencils, pros would be, obviously, they're pretty colors. It's pretty. Cons would be, I didn't like the inconsistency of the pigment in the pencils. And what I mean by that is, some of them were very smooth, like the reds went on very creamy, very smooth. And some of them I had a really hard time getting 3 layers of color. So like on these lighter colors in the browns and tans, some of the greens, they were really hard to lay down that thin layer of color and then gradually work darker to a medium tone in the middle. But some of them were great for that. Like I said, the reds went on real creamy, the yellows went on real creamy, but there's not consistency, so all of the pencils don't feel the same as far as the level of pigment in them, and that I found that to be kind of odd. The other con I would say is breakage on the purples. Every single purple pencil, the tip of it would break constantly as I would swatch out the pencils. And that only happened with the purples, but I find that to be a con as well. So I hope that gives you some ideas of what I do and don't like about this particular line of pencils. So as I've stated, these are just my opinions, so everybody else can try them out and get your own opinion based on what you experience with them. But that's another reason why you should swatch. As you play around with your product, you really get a feel for it. You get a feel for how it goes down on paper, how it blends, how it burnishes, and that gives you an idea of what you like and what you don't like about them. These are considered professional grade pencils, professional quality. It does say it right on the box. But in my personal opinion, if I were doing a professional piece of artwork, I wouldn't use these. I would use Polychromos or Luminance or Lyra over these for a professional piece of art that I was going to sell. I would use these more for maybe people who are more advanced with adult coloring books that like to really do a lot of shading and blending of colors in adult coloring books. So I hope you enjoyed this review and swatch of the Derwent Coloursoft pencils, and that maybe you found it a little bit informative and help you make a decision on art supplies to purchase, or for purchasing a swatch sheet if you have them and want to swatch them out. So go have fun, swatch your supplies, make some art today, because art soothes the heart.